Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is SD from SD in Sweden. No more shiokoholic. You guys, if you notice that my channel name has changed to SD in Sweden, and I also explained and made a live video yesterday, so you can click onto my video list and check out my previous video. So welcome. Today we are going to be making a spruce roasted chicken. Sounds crazy, right? Today is Friday, so it's okay to be a bit crazy sometimes. So welcome. Hi. So spruce is a very popular tree here in Sweden. In fact, almost 70% of Sweden is covered with spruce tree. And the benefit of spruce is quite a number, especially if you're coughing now when the season starts to change. Sometimes you feel like a little bit of headaches and a little bit of dryness on the throat. So this can be really good for you, all right? So never thought about making spruce, right? So this is one way you can use. So if you have spruce, use that. It's very good for health. It's a lot of a lot of vitamins in that. So if you do not know how it looks like, this is how it looks like. So I have picked them from my garden and I wash them. There are many different types. Some are edible, some are not. But most of the spruce in Sweden is edible. So you use this to make tea. Often you find people use this to make tea. And this one has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, and it is really, really good. If you have a very sensitive throat, like you eat a little bit of stir fry and then you right? So this is really good. And I'm going to try using this. So I'm going to show you what I have prepared because I know you guys don't have the time. So I quickly speed up the process and I'm going to explain to you what have I done before when I made this. And because this is a live streaming, right? I don't want to be so low soul. Yeah? So I speed up the process by preparing this in advance. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you what I did. All right. So follow me, and then we'll go to my this area where you could see some of the things that you might need to use. So over here I have actually marinated some chicken. I'm a Chinese. Asian normally like to eat the whole chicken. So what I did with this is that I have marinated them in soy sauce with a little bit of Chinese cooking wine, and also some sugar and a little a teaspoon of black soy sauce, and that's it. If you can, you can marinate this overnight, but if you can't, like me, I marinate this morning and then I put them in this big container. And now I'm going to show you what I have prepared. So over here I have a pan that I have prepared now earlier on before I start going on live. And over here you see there are some chicken that I have already been fried. So you can see this is already pan fried. You just want to make sure that it is approximately 80 to 90% cooked. And I'm going to start the pan now. So what you do is that because there are some more oil left over from the previous batch. So if you notice chicken, there's a lot of fat. So don't use extra fat. You just use whatever fat that you can find on this pan, and then just reuse it because it's the same fat except that it is from the chicken. So I will be using this to fry the chicken. I'm trying to see if there's any way to seal this one, because usually when I want to remove the fat from the sauce, I usually have to frozen this or put them in the refrigerator until the top layer of fat get hardened, and then I remove them. So let's on the pan, and I'm actually cooking rice over the other side, but I'm going to try and cook this one and show you guys how this how you should cook them. Usually I like to cook them in this kind of stainless steel skillet. It's skillet, right? And then you have to make sure that it's like quite hot. Usually I like to put about 8 9 because you don't want to cook them, you want to just brown them. So I'm going to wait for the oil to heat up a little bit. And it doesn't matter if this pan is slightly dirty from the previous pan because we're going to make a sauce with this. So I'm going to put the chicken, a bit of spruce leaf like this, just to flavor the oil a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to put the chicken on top with the skin down. Add a little bit more fruit juice on the side. I can smell the flavors of the spruce already now. So it smells so good. Basically, you just want to flavor the oil with the spruce because the spruce itself has a lot of fat in it. So you can already smell the fragrance of the spruce while you're cooking it. And I usually don't want to cook them for too long because if you cook them for too long, they will be bitter. So I'm going to scoop up the spruce. But don't throw that away because you're going to be needing that again. Alright? A bit too hot. I'm going to change the temperature so I don't burn the chicken. So as you can see, you just let them cook slowly. I'm going to increase the temperature a little bit. So meantime, you can already heat up the oven. So because you're going to put them in the oven. But if you don't have an oven, it is still okay. You can cook them from the pan itself and then just cover them. But I'm going to be cooking them in the oven. So let me just show you what I intend to do. Right, later when this chicken batch is done, I'm going to move it over. I'm going to move everything over here, and then I'm going to put the spruce leaf underneath and let them cook in the sauce later on in the oven. So you see what I mean. But if you don't want to wash this pan, of course this pan is really dirty lah. But then if you want to use this stainless steel one, it's also possible because actually this is much better in the oven than this one because this one is a glass and it's not hot. So if you want to save some energy, use this one because this is already heated up. Yeah. So let me just flip this one. And I'm going to see if I can make sure that this is cooked well. is not from any recipes that you find in the internet. This is just my own creation on my own list. So the same to you. If you guys are as adventurous as me, you can go ahead and try it. It's no harm trying, just for the fun of it. Do something different, not the typical same chicken casserole, right? So try and do something more fun. I think it's worth trying. So let me just heat up the pan a little more. So you can see this is really well cooked. So now I'm going to move all the chicken over here. Sorry, I'm going to move all the chicken over here. And then maybe this one is a little bit more dry. It's not even 80% cooked yet, but sometimes you have to use a little bit of common sense, because if the meat, that drumstick is really thick, so you need to have a longer cooking time just to make sure that they are well cooked. And okay, I seen a comment now from my Facebook that said that, can you please try and use not using the oven? Yeah, of course I can do that. Let me just off the oven so you can see what I mean. By not using the oven, which is much easier. Okay, now I'm gonna move everything here. And remember the sauce that I have earlier on? So I'm going to pour this sauce over. And then I'm going to pick back this sprout leaf. The sprout tips. And this is just chicken fat, which I don't like to use. And also, another thing I forgot to mention in this recipe, very important, the garlic. I think I add about 6 cloves of garlic altogether. So this is going to be cooking up. So I'm going to add a little bit more sprout leaf. Sprout tips, we call it in English. So you want to just boil them just a short while. Alright? It's too low. And over here, I'm going to scoop this over. Ah, you could smell the sprout already now. So just let this boil another minute. And then you'll be needing some chopped onions, a chicken stalks, some mustard, and some cream. Alright, so if you don't have cream, and if you are intolerant for milk and cream, you can use soya milk too. I'm sure it will work. So let me just cook this up. Okay, as you are cooking this will eventually be a lot of spruce leaf left. So if you can, try to remove as much as possible. This is not so much. Okay, then you can put the red onion in and just let this soften. Okay, I'm going to increase the temperature. About a tablespoon of mustard. Okay, now you want to put in the cream. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put about 300 ml of fresh cream, and I'm going to bring this to a boil. Increase the give this a taste. Remember, the soya sauce is already quite salty, so you don't really need to put a lot more. Just put chicken stocks if you have at home. Otherwise, you can cook this step. Okay, I want to add a little bit of water. Just a little water. And I want to boil this. Bring this to a boil. Look at the sauce, it's kind of rich, right? So now I'm going to put in the rest of the chicken. I want to put the thicker one in the center. And then the thinner one on the side, because the heat is more concentrated on the side. Okay. Now, see what I got finally. I got this one from IKEA yesterday. So happy. And then I'm gonna put some of the remaining juice from the chicken. How many of you do the same thing? Don't waste it, yeah? So, and then you want to put the lid on. And if you like, you can just put a few sprouts of the sprout just to boil up a little bit. You're going to need to remove this later on before you serve them. Yeah, so put the lid on. And you want to boil this for about at least 10 to 15 minutes. You can feel the chicken. I think I have cut the chicken a bit too big. So we're going to be needing some. Hi. you're going to be needing some time to cook this. So meantime, while this is cooking, I'm going to talk to you guys, chit chat with you guys. Can you guys see my kitchen? I'm going to show you what did I do for feng shui. All right, I'm a little bit particular. You saw there's a mirror there, right? The other day my friend came and asked me, hey Essie, why do you put a mirror there? Is it because when you do live streaming you can do like this and see how you look, how good you look? No, it's not that. This is actually for feng shui purpose. If you're going to read feng shui, they say that if you have a reflection of things that you are excited about, it will bring you more excitement in your life. So that is the purpose why I have that here, because it just reflects how happy when you're cooking. You want to reflect that and you want to transmit this energy into the whole kitchen and bringing some positive energy while you're cooking. So it's not for me to just see how I look like, but more for feng shui. And if you have a small pieces, you don't have to find a big one. Just find a small one like I did, just right in front of where you stand the most, where you cook the most. So it will reflect the happiness back to you. So you will feel like, you're happy. Make sense or not? Not make sense? Send me a comment, okay? Make sense? If you guys ever heard about this, let me know. So are you doing this? And also, I think the reason why I think we should use more element like natural element. This is of course not real gold lah, but you're trying to, not like you are showing off, but you're bringing the nature element into your home. Now how come I'm talking about feng shui? But anyway, I just want to show off this. I think you guys should try do this method, because ever since I put up this mirror, I felt so lifted. Every time when I come to the kitchen, and I cannot wait to start cooking. In fact, there was one stage of my life, especially during when my brother was here for visiting, I wasn't in the mood to cook at all, because I just felt like I'm so overwhelmed with the visitors, and his expectation on my cooking standard is really high. So it's a bit stressed. So when you are stressed, you cannot perform and you don't find the passion in cooking, especially when people have high expectation. Right? Learn to appreciate whatever your husband or your wife cook for you, even though it is not to your taste. At least give the person a little bit of encouragement. Just like you guys subscribing to my channel and giving me this support, which I really, really appreciate. Let's take a look at the chicken, alright? So, this is the chicken, and I'm going to see if I can show you guys like this, so you can see me also at the same time. Let me pull on my glasses. Okay, so I'm going to flip the chicken. Oh, it's looking really good. Okay. See, the meat, the juice is coming out from the chicken. And you want to cook this for a little while more. Let me just remove this. Surprisingly, let me see, smell, wow, it's quite powerful, the smell. I'm quite surprised. Okay, now, my wife is, okay, I have to do something about this rice. You saw just now there was some smoke coming out. I think it's probably from the rice. Okay, I just hope that it is not burning. So you want to just put the sauce on top. Very good. Okay, and you know what? Then I'm going to put a little bit water because I find that the taste is the cream is too strong. And for your information, I just realized that I've been having some issue with my tummy because not only that I'm getting fatter. During the summer, you eat a lot of stuff, right? And then you get fat, of course. But I noticed that there are some problems with my stomach when I drink milk or when I eat cream. So I did an experiment. For the past 1 month, I've been drinking lactose-free milk, and I totally avoid cream. Even though if I buy cream, I'll buy the one that is lactose-free. So I think it's helping me. And I think LG has the same problem too, because I don't know what you guys, when you're over 50, you know, your stomach is not that strong anymore. The lining is getting weaker. So you tend to be more sensitive to certain products, like especially dairy product, because LG, he can go to the toilet like 5-6 times a day. And for me, I didn't have that problem until lately. I realized that, you know, I have to do something about it. So I just switched from normal milk to lactose-free milk, to cream to lactose-free cream. And you don't drink lesser coffee, and I think it helps somehow. And maybe you guys been going to the loo for many times and you don't know what is going on. Maybe that could be the problem. Yeah. So I just found out that I'm lactose intolerant, and I think I have to totally quit using dairy product. So for my live streaming yesterday, I mentioned that I'm going to do like a test kitchen. I'm going to test on different recipes from different live streamer, or maybe some YouTuber who have put up some recipes, because actually we do steal each other recipes, yeah, and that is not something that is a big secret. Everybody does that, but I think we should all give credit to the people that we steal the recipe from, or at least, you know. But most of my food I create on my own, you know, wilderness fantasy. So only lately, because of my problem with my stomach, I'm more into internet and searching for food that, you know, is comforting for my stomach. So I come across bloggers who have done, who have very good recipes, even baking with lactose-free product. And I think, hey, why not? You know, because most of my audience are Asian, and only lately I noticed that spreading up to Indian and Vietnam and Korea, and even big part of USA. So I'm really happy. I'm really glad that you guys have subscribed to my channel. And I want to make sure that whenever we cook, Swedish, we always say, whatever you think you put in your mouth, it is the result that you will end up, you know, like, you know, we call it, it can go in, cannot come out, you know, because it's too late already. So you have to let the body fix that problem for you. But not every time the body will fix the problem for you. So I realized how important it is to, you know, be more aware of what we eat. So I want to make sure that this recipe that I find, and I'm going to test it, and by testing it live streaming, you guys get to see the real actual situation using this recipe, whether it works or not, right? So I hope you stay tuned. I'm still working on to, you know, getting more recipes from different channel, different food bloggers, and I want to make sure that the recipe that I'm getting is the good one. Okay, now I want to reduce the temperature a little bit because I find that the chicken is like overflowing from the sauce. So this is my intention, and I want to make this like more happy, the kind of real me. uh, I'm not saying that I'm not real in the past. I just felt like I was so boring, and I want to review my own video. And sometimes I can't watch it to the end because I find it so boring. I'm so boring, and I ask myself, am I really that boring? And I say, yeah, I am really that boring. But I think everybody, we have some parts in our brain, don't know where, left or right. There is some sense of humor in everybody. So I've been watching some comedy lately, and I was thinking, hey, that is exactly what we do. I mean, sometimes we saw something we dare not say, because when we say, we're afraid that we might hurt the person, right? But if we have a good intention, not hurting the person, and instead of confronting the person, you uh, turn that situation around and make them to your advantage, and then create it like a joke, then people will not take the situation seriously. And I think that's where you could build up relationships. So I'm going to be learning about communication, and I have a friend who have a book that he has written, and I'm going to uh, ask my friend to lend me the book, and I'm going to read the book, and I'm going to see if this book will help us in communication, because I think communication is the most important factor that bring us happiness or not. So how we speak and how we react, it's really it's reflection of your own self, and then also what you can give to the world. Like now we are on internet, and every words that I speak now, I have to be really careful, but I don't want to be too careful and it's not fun and it's become very boring, right? So I hope I could understand this, the technique of communication, and I want to be able to have you guys come into my live streaming and say, hey, yeah, maybe she got a point, maybe makes sense, how come I never thought about that. So this is something that I'm actually working forward to, especially when not just live streaming, even in a relationship, you're trying to be a nicer person, you're trying to be smarter, you're trying to be protective of your own feelings. So all this is like things that you can share, and I hope I can share with you guys what I personally feel, because I think sometimes we all need to do this, like it's a way of development. All right, let's check the chicken and see what happened here. Wow, that looks so good. Okay, I think the chicken is done. I'm going to just move the chicken to this side. So if I'm going to be behaving a bit stupid sometimes, or maybe not stupid, a bit silly sometimes, you guys know I'm not serious, alright? So it's just for entertaining purpose. So now, who want to taste this? Let me check my rice. Good. Rice fine. Chicken is fine. Now I just need to garnish it. Sometimes we have to take it easy, one step at a time. Cooking is actually very fun, it's just that you must learn how to enjoy it. So I think this is done. I'm just going to garnish this a bit, and then I'm going to put in some spruce leaf just for decorating. If you don't have this spruce, it is okay, because this is just my crazy idea. But if you find that something from the nature can be eaten in your country, I suggest that we try and experiment that, because you will be surprised, like this situation. It was actually quite nice. So let me just give you guys a close-up look so you can see what I mean. Okay, let me just close this up. Good enough. I'm going to taste this and tell you what this tastes like, alright? I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten my lunch today. Actually, I was like so busy working on a video that I'm going to publish soon. Oh my goodness. This is so good. This is so good, guys. So, guys, have a nice weekend. And I don't want you guys to just go off yet, because if you look at my channel art, you start to notice there are some time, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, I have put up the time and the things that I'm going to be doing. On Wednesday, I will be doing a live chat in the evening, and Friday I'll be doing dinner like this, and then on Sunday I will try to do like a family recipe, so that we could like exchange recipes with other vloggers who have a very nice family for a long time. They kept in the family, so I think that kind of recipes is kind of cozy for Sunday, because Sunday is where you gather your family to have a meal together. So I will be doing dinner, and it's perfectly fine, because I'm sure people from USA just woke up, and when you open up your YouTube, oh wow, Ashley is cooking up a dinner for the family. So this is what I think it's very important, family, and the passion back into the kitchen, creating different things, not the normal things. You guys know I never like to cook things that are, let me just heat up this one like a little bit. I don't like to cook things that are the same, all the things the same, so boring, right? Don't want to do the same thing. I just want to do something new, especially when you're doing YouTube or maybe in live. You have to try new things altogether. And I think that is very important, because that will make you longing for, just to be excited and go into the kitchen and start cooking. All right, guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that. When you subscribe, this is what you will get from me every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And don't forget to put the notification on, the little bell just beside the subscription, because when you on that bell, you will get a notified from YouTube that, hey, SD is going on live, right? So there you can hop in onto my live streaming and chat with me. So I have put up the time for my future starting from next week. So I hope to see more of you guys here on YouTube, and hopefully you guys send me a comment and we could get to know each other more. This show is not about me cooking, it's about you spending time together with me, and we getting to know each other. And also tell me your problem. If I can help to solve your problems in the kitchen, I'll try answer the questions. All right, so guys, it's Friday and I hope you guys have a nice weekend ahead. And do stay tuned for my story. I'm going to be putting up stories, uh, hopefully more often, so you can see what's going on in my channel. All right, have a nice weekend. See you. Bye bye.